also, I feel like Tyrese Maxey, he's elevated to the point where you can realistically look at him and say, he's the future. I can build my team around the Tyrese Maxey. I mean, you already did bad business by signing Paul George, and he's averaging 16 points a game. He regrets tremendously as well. And then on top of that, shoot, they just professional game missers. They don't come and do their job as I mean, shoot, half the night, the only guy you're expecting to see out there is Tyrese Maxey, and everybody else.
And Yabu sell it.
Philly. Who they just lose to? The Bulls?
The Raptors.
The Raptors? Is it over for the 76ers, man?
It's been over. Joel Embiid, you just can't rely on him. Like I said months ago when we did this similar topic, Joel Embiid is not reliable to give you at least 50 games. His knee is messed up. His body is messed up. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to keep that weight off in order to preserve your knees. You're 7 foot, 300 plus pounds. And obviously, you can't play a normal NBA season without nick and nack injury. Shoot, he could barely even get through a postseason without injury. I don't think he's been through a whole postseason from start to finish without a missed playoff game. And that's just a testament to bad luck, because I'm not going to 100% put that on him and his training, his body, and all that stuff. But I don't know. The Embiid tenure is over. But also, I feel like Tyrese Maxey, he's elevated to the point where you can realistically look at him and say, he's the future. I can build my team around the Tyrese Maxey. I mean, you already did bad business by signing Paul George, and he's averaging 16 points a game. He regrets tremendously as well. And then on top of that, shoot, they just professional game missers. They don't come and do their job as I mean, shoot, half the night, the only guy you're expecting to see out there is Tyrese Maxey, and everybody else.
And Yabu sell it.
Everybody
Shout
else
out to
is
boy Reese. The Texas Express days.
Everybody else is a game time decision. And majority of the time, those two stars are one old star in Paul George. I don't even want to put star nowhere near his name no more. He Podcast P. Yeah. Podcast P and Joel Embiid, they're never playing. And when they are playing, shoot, they're putting up performances like this, which are losing to the 16 and 37 Raptors, which is embarrassing to say that you were supposed to be a top tier contender this year, signing Paul George to a $200 million deal. I mean, you just can't invest. I mean, Joel Embiid is damaged goods. He isn't reliable whatsoever. I mean, his game is pretty. He has a nice jump shot. He can dribble the ball for a big man. Defensive prowess is there. He plays too much like a guard for my liking, and quite frankly, I feel like that's how some of his injuries are kind of coming about. He's doing a little bit too much moving for his body type, and you put all that pressure on your knees. Unfortunately, they're going to end up wearing out. And obviously, he's came out in the media and said that he's going to need another knee surgery.
Damn.
He's like, on that block.
Damn,
on that block.
He said that he needs another knee surgery in order to be at 100%.
It's crazy because that's doing nothing but weakening it. Like it's taking away all
ligaments.
Yeah,
man.
ligaments, tissue. Like
that ain't good.
Damn, you can even tell like even with like Kawhi's like leg structure, like all the surgeries took away like a lot of his tissue and shit.
Yeah, I agree with you though. I think it's really over for Philly. It was over before it got started. Me personally, I don't know why the hell you would sign
Paul George
to come in and play with Joel Embiid. I don't know what they were thinking. He kind of reminded me of Kawhi and Paul in L.A. all those years. So I kind of feel bad for Tyrese Maxey because he's going out there and he hooping every night and he trying to make it happen. But, I mean, you can't go out there and do it by yourself. So if I'm the Sixers, I might think about getting rid of Embiid, but signing Paul George, I ain't even worried about them, to be honest.
Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Stat Podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Stat Podcast, or you going to make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm going to do something crazy.
The 76ers, man, the experiment between Joel and Embiid has looked like it should realistically come to a conclusion. We kind of got past that expectation of wanting to see him get a full season it's crazy that he's missed almost half of the games of his entire career. Like, that's a legit actual statistic. That's insane for someone that's been in the league for realistically over a decade. That's crazy to me. Also, the process that the Philadelphia 76ers have been having to tank and get these draft picks to accommodate players like Embiid. I mean, we've seen the co-stars that they've had over the years. Ben Simmons, that didn't work out. The furthest you got was Game 7 against the Hawks. Jimmy Butler, that didn't work. Closest you got was Game 7 against the Raptors. You thought that you could make some shake with James Harden. Closest you got was Game 7 against the Celtics. Now we are in the era of Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. Tyrese Maxey, I could realistically see them moving on and making him the number one option. But for Paul George, I mean, at this point, you're just throwing money at the table and hoping that something sticks. It's unfortunate because injuries really do rob some of the greatest players in any sport. Basketball is no different. We've seen the likes of guys like Greg Oden, Brandon Roy, Derrick Rose be robbed of injuries. And it looks like Joel Embiid, even with the MVP caliber season that he had, it seems like he's going to be another name on that long, long list. And it sucks.
Damn. Joel Embiid, I feel like he's a great player. You know, I feel like he has all the tools to be one. I mean, well, he already is, but you know, I feel like he does everything well. He just can't stay healthy. This year, the man has only played 16 games. That's crazy. And shit, half the season, can we say half the season almost over? Or it's like,
It is.
yeah, half the damn season almost over with. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? He only played 16 games. Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate. I know, you know, their needs are nothing to play with, man. That's really, you know what I'm saying? You can ask him, hell, you can ask me, even though like I had like no serious knee
I
injuries.
still got the scars from my shit.
Yeah, he tore this, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? That's nothing to play with. That really, you know, he just named like a lot of players that tore the ACL. D Rose, for example, took a huge step back. He wasn't the same. He still was hooping. He played well, but he was never that 2011, 2012 D Rose. But yeah, I feel like it's over for Philly. They're gonna have to experiment and make some stuff shake, man. I mean, it sucks because it's not like the NBA. Not the NBA. The NBA is not like the NFL when it comes to like. You gotta have like this stellar talent like every year. Like last year, that draft was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're gonna have to
Find a diamond in the rough.
They're gonna have to find a diamond in the rough, bro. They're gonna have to like look around for like talent. I heard somebody tell me one time. This is not too long ago. It was like the league just it doesn't have like exciting players like it used to. Like I feel like the dude was like he was saying that they like burning Bron out. You know, KD. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not like as many exciting players anymore. You know what I'm saying? Not like there used to be.
It's the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you.
But he was an old head as well too.
But when you losing so many likable characters in a show, a movie, a series, you're gonna be skeptical about anything that comes
Like
after.
watching it. No,
Yeah, you're gonna be skeptical about anything that comes after, bro. So that's just the nature of the business.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Sadly, we gotta lose gems like LeBron, KD. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it sucks, but yeah, I feel
Curry,
like
Harden.
Curry, yeah, like
I mean,
those
people
guys.
look at Westbrook favorably because of what he did, all that type of stuff. I mean,
Yeah, Westbrook. Hell, we lost D Rose. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you see him the first time, you're like, damn. Like, I hope he continues to play for a long stretch of time, and then
every
what
career
I'm
got to end, man.
every career has to end for real. But yeah, I feel like that experiment in Philly, you know what I mean? I feel like that's over with. They're gonna have to really do it, like make a huge rebuild, man. Tyrese Maxey is possibly gonna be the number one option, honestly. I feel like he's been he's done pretty good this year. I feel like he's doing pretty good, even last year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're gonna have to build a team around Reese. We call him Reese. That's what we used to call him back then. But we're gonna have to build a team around him and just build off of that. Honestly, because I don't think Joel Embiid is. I don't know if he's ever gonna be back as himself and stay healthy. Honestly.